Hey everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to another episode of my Kingdom Hearts 1 Unarmored series. Today we kind of have a special episode. We're going to be covering the 100 Acre Wood as we did in the previous playthroughs, but I actually kind of had something that I want to talk about, a little secret that I actually didn't know. That I actually didn't know about when I was when I last did this playthrough, when I last did this world, I guess you could say. And that is, there is an ability that I never knew existed for Cheer, specifically for Sora. I obviously knew that Cheer existed for Donald and Goofy, but I didn't know that Sora could learn it. Sorry, I was really thirsty. Cheer is a very unique ability for Sora. What it does is it extends the amount of time that you can have summons out on the field for. I have never gotten it, and I will not be getting it in this playthrough, simply because I'm not very good at the minigames, and I don't want to have to be here for an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, struggling to get the high score for each of these minigames. But I will be going over the score requirements, and I will be going over the my little advice for how to get this specific I will be going over my advice for how to get this specific achievements, the specific score requirements. I can't remember like where we left off, so yes, I think we already talked to Pooh. I think all we have to do for now is go to the honey tree. Now I'm gonna be doing the minigame first.
Is anyone there? What am I to do? I'm all alone. Pooh! Pooh! Where are you? It's me, Piglet.
I'm gonna be doing the minigame first. And then I'll go over the advice. Sorry, I thought there was gonna be more dialogue. So, stay tuned for after this, where I'm gonna go over like the recommended advice for how to get this thing. We're going to just sneak up behind Piglet and talk to him. Remember to walk, not run.
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry.
Don't be scared. You're looking for Pooh, right?
You know Pooh. Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. A something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away. I brought what you asked for.
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
But if you take their honey, won't the bees be angry?
Okay, so I'm actually gonna change my mind. I'm gonna be going over the advice for this mini game before I start it. So the mini game that we're about to do is called Pooh's Honey Hunt. The recommendation, first of all, the score attack that you need to get to is 100 plus. They call it licks of honey. You need to get the score over 100 in order for you to meet one of the requirements to get cheer. Each of these mini games in the 100-acre wood do have a specific score requirement, and I do have some strategies for how to get it, but in all likelihood, I will not be getting all of them on my first try. Just as a reminder, even though I literally just got done saying this about 2 minutes ago, I likely will not be able to get all of the recommended skills because I'm generally pretty bad at some of the mini games, but I will be going over how to get it. This is not a 100% playthrough, and sadly in my 100% playthrough I did not know this achievement, this ability existed, so I was not able to show it off. So I'm going over how to get this now, just for completion's sake. So the recommendation, one of the recommendations I have is always stay at one branch below the one Pooh is on. When you attack a bee, it will automatically put you on a branch higher, so keep that in mind. If it's also recommended to use a keyblade with a longer reach. So using for me, using Kingdom Key would actually be a good pick since it's a long-reaching keyblade. But if you were to use a keyblade like Divine Rose, you may actually have trouble. Also, Fairy Harp from Neverland may also be a bad choice. Really, Kingdom Key, Three Wishes, Oblivion, and Oathkeeper, those are all good keyblades with long reaches. Those are just some examples, but for me, I'll be using Kingdom Key because I'll be using an unarmored, because I'm playing an unarmored run. If you fall from the tree, if you go straight down to the ground, that's the only way, really effective way to use Rush. When I tried to do this in the past, I was actually struggling with Rush because I didn't really know how it works. Rush is really only effective if you fall straight to the ground and you need to get up fast. If you are at a branch like slowly before and try and use Rush, you'll likely have trouble getting it to work. It's really, as far as I can tell, it's only really effective if you fall straight to the ground. So with that being said, as I said before, the score required to unlock cheer is 100 and over 100. So best I can say is good luck. This will likely take you a couple tries to get. For some, it may even take you one try if you're really good at the game. I'm not good at this. I'll be lucky if I can get to 80. So, this is really bad advice. Every single time I try to use this to get out to the branches quickly, Rush always ends up failing. I really do apologize for burping. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper right now. As far as I can tell, Rush is really only effective if you fall straight to the ground. So if you're like 3 branches below, I honestly would not recommend using Rush unless you're really desperate. Because Russia is just kind of unreliable at some points. As Owl said. Yeah, you can see I'm really bad at this game, so... We're gonna try and get a high score, but in all likelihood, may not happen. Actually, we make it 100. We make it 100. Well, how about that? We got 100. If we get a bunch of these recommended score requirements, and we're literally only just missing one, I may actually farm to try and get the other one. It's just for the most part, I generally tend to struggle with these games, especially some mini games more than others. I generally typically struggle with Rabbit's thing and Tigger's thing, but we'll give it our honest try. But we definitely aced this. We got double the score requirement for Pooh's 100 tons. I will say that if I'm gonna probably give it a couple tries for Tigger's nut thing, but no promises on getting it.
What I will do for honey.
Okay, so that's one thing done. The next thing we're going to be doing is block Tigger. Need to go here. Now, this is why I wanted to do, really the reason I wanted to do Rabbit's, the 100-acre wood is to get access to this area. I'm just going to go ahead and explain this right now, as soon as before we start the next episode, when I cover the end of the world, I will be farming these crops, both these cabbages and these pumpkins. If you pull out these pumpkins, you actually have a high chance of getting elixirs and potions. Either high potions, or I think you can also get mega potions, I may be wrong. But these patches are probably the most reliable sources of getting elixirs, and this is what I farmed to get the 36 elixirs that I got at the end of my proud playthrough. So by the end, after this episode, probably not after I end this episode, but likely before I start the end of the world, I will be farming this cabbage patch and this pumpkin patch to try and get a hold of a decent stockpile of elixirs. I likely will not be needing a lot of them, but they will be helpful to have against bosses like Ansem and World of Chaos. And possibly even Chernabog, but if I get desperate, like if I get into a really bad situation, like if the Invisibles or kind of give me more trouble than I would expect, elixirs would also be a pretty good thing to have against those guys. That being said, let's go ahead and we will check out and see what we can do here. Okay. Let's leave. I think we need to go to the other side.
Hey there! Name's Tigger. T-I-double-G-R. That spells Tigger. Well now, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Hello, Tigger. You've just bounced my new friend, Sora. Hey, Pooh. Say, you're looking mighty uncomfy today. Is that some new exercise? Why, bouncing around is a lot more fun.
Well, why do you bounce around so much, Tigger?
Why? 'Cause bouncing's what Tiggers do best. Speaking of which, my bouncing spot has gone and disappeared. So for now, this will be my new bouncing ground.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and explain how this minigame works in detail. So there is actually a trick to this. This minigame is called Block Tigger. So how this game works, if you aren't already aware, is Tigger randomly chooses a target. When you'll jump to it, it's completely random, like which carrot he goes to. So you need to pay attention to what direction he turns and try to like get to the carrot beforehand. There is actually supposedly there's an easy way to do this, and there's a hard way to do this. The hard way is trying to get to the carrots manually by running over to them. However, apparently Rush Command is also very helpful, but again, to me, I thought it was very unreliable in the past, because sometimes Rush didn't actually show up. But Rush Command only shows up when Sora is near or on an unstomped carrot. Which means if Tigger stomps on a carrot once, and Sora is near that, the Rush Command won't show up. It will only show up on when Sora is near carrots that have not been stomped on once. The score you need to go for is over 150 points for cheer, and the score is based off a number of bounces blocked, I guess, and the number of carrots saved. There is actually a kind of a mechanic that I never even knew existed. So you can actually earn triple points by blocking Tigger's jump and jumping as Tigger lands on you to send him flying in the air. I have never done this before, but apparently this will actually earn you triple points, and it may actually make getting the score a little bit easier. This is one of the minigames I always tend to struggle with. I don't know if I've ever met the requirement for 150 plus points, but we're going to give it our honest try. So I'm trying to get the bouncing. There we go. So let's see how well we did. We got 35 points. It was actually a lot more than I usually get. Easy! Wow, triple points is fucking OP. Okay.
Oh, what's going on? Nobody keeps up with Tiggers. Maybe there's something wrong with my tail.
So, that actually really surprised me. I still don't know if I'll be able to get the, excuse me, sorry. I still don't know if I'll be able to get the, skill for, Sora, because I don't know how well I will do on Tigger's nothing. But we will still give it a try.
Bother. Oh, where am I? It's ever so dark in here. Well, it isn't so bad, I suppose. There is plenty of honey.
Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna be doing is Pooh's Swing. It is found here. Oh, it's actually here. This minigame, it actually has surprisingly, it has a pretty low requirement. Like, it's not something like you need to get 100 meters. Actually, it seems to be pretty doable. Okay, so we will go over this minigame, like how to get this, when we, how to complete this minigame when we, get to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, Eeyore is in the way. I never actually noticed that Eeyore could actually block Pooh. It's just something I never experienced before. A little pro tip for you: Pooh can actually get distracted by the honey pot, so if that happens, just toggle the lock on him, get him to follow you again. Because otherwise he'll be eating honey for a while. So as far as I can tell, this minigame may actually be impossible to complete on your first try. So we're just gonna complete it normally, and then we're gonna go over like how to get the high score afterwards. Yeah, so you complete it normally. Now let me actually go over how this minigame works in more detail. You really need to pay attention to the owl, but if you want to get to a higher score, you will actually need to go for a press RB at a specific time. So let me go over how this works. The score limit required to get to get the cheer ability is you need to get to 40 plus meters. The way you get this is very straightforward. You need to push Pooh as Owl is closing his wings. So what we did to get like the thing for Eeyore is you had to press RB when Owl had his arms outstretched. But to get the high score, you need to press RB as Owl is lowering his wings. So if you're looking at my face cam, instead of just pressing RB, excuse me, sorry, Dr. Pepper. Instead of pressing RB when Owl's arms are outstretched, try and like press RB when Owl's arms are closing, like more or less in this position. I don't know that's I don't know if that is understandable to some people. I don't know if I made that completely clear, but that's when you need to do it. You need to get to 40 plus meters in order to get the required thing for cheer. And we got it. So the next thing we're gonna do is honestly the minigame that may actually give me the most trouble, and that is Tigger's Giant Pot. So this was a minigame that actually required me to play through it multiple freaking times in order for me to get the achievement. In order for me to complete it, and it's because the way Tigger's Giant Pot works, you have 3 jumping platforming puzzles to do. If you miss your jump and fall to the ground, you have to start all over again. And it's really a memory game. That's really the first 3 puzzles are, is a memory game. You need to watch where Tigger is jumping and mirror his jumps perfectly. Once you get past those 3 things, you have to hit 20 nuts into the pot in order to complete it, and in order to get the achievement, the thing, you have to take less than 30 seconds. So this will likely be a really hard thing to do. It may be the thing that prevents me from getting it. I'm only gonna give it 3 tries. If I get close to the 3rd try, then I'll just keep on trying it, because honestly, I already got the timer for the first 3, and if I'm gonna be completely honest, I can probably easily get the final timer thing for the final minigame. So we're gonna get this the old college try. Something that I should say, it's actually when you hit, it's actually recommended that you jump as you hit the nut, because that way it will take less time instead of just waiting for it to get to like. So to better explain this, nuts will fall out of this jump out of this pot. Instead of attacking when it lands, lock on and attack it when you have it. But as you might have noticed, when you attack the nut, Sora takes a step forward. If you jump and attack the nut, Sora takes a step forward. It's very possible for Sora to jump and attack and fall off the log. I had that happen so many times before, and it's very frustrating when it happens. So the best advice I could give, try and stand either at this, more or less at the center, or at the back. That way, if Sora jumps and attacks, he won't fall off the log. That is the best advice I can give for right now. Let's see if I can do it. Remember, you need to hit 20 nuts into the pot in under 30 seconds. This is something that I've never done. This is a game that I always struggle with. But I think it might be doable if I can learn it. And again, I already got the score for all the first three. I can probably get the score for the others. Easy enough? Okay, I think I got it. Or not. That's one thing I hate about platforming in stories, because it's so easy to just walk off the edge. Yeah, I got it. As long as Sora doesn't walk off the edge again, we should get this. God damn it, Sora. It's so frustrating. Platforming is so inconsistent in the Kingdom Hearts games. And the thing is, really isn't that hard. Like, I know the pattern. It's not like the first playthrough I did in this game where I was actually starting to remember the pattern. I know what jumps I'm supposed to do. Just so frustrating. God, last fucking jump, are you serious? So we are currently at almost 40 minutes of this episode. Sorry, I couldn't tell if that was an 8 or a 0 on the timer. God damn it. This isn't even that hard. It's just parkour sucks in Kingdom Hearts games. That's like all I can say. It's just platforming is so inconsistent. That's why I hate like jumping. Like trying to do parkour in these games. Combat in Kingdom Hearts games is actually fairly good. The abilities are fantastic. The magic system is decent. But parkour, this game it does not have, is not built for parkour. It's all I can say. God fucking damn it! I'm gonna skip this. The thing is, this isn't even that hard. It's just platforming sucks. And the thing is, I played platformers before. I was decent at Super Mario. I'm decent at Spyro. Kingdom Hearts is not a platformer game. It's not meant for parkour. I guess you could say that Kingdom Hearts 3 is more of a reliable parkour system with better traversal things. God damn it! But Kingdom Hearts 1 is not made for parkour. Kingdom Hearts 2, I would argue... I feel like it has more traversal elements, like with the skateboards and in Twilight Town. But generally, it's not really meant for. Kingdom Hearts games generally is not meant for traversal or parkour. Do not jump off the log. There we go. I hate this one. This is just probably the worst one in my opinion. Okay, we actually made a first try. That one else we kind of give it trouble. I'm actually gonna jump down and restart it. God damn it. Okay. So, just as I stated before, a recommended thing is to use like longer reach keyblade. Ah, damn it. I almost had it. If I hit that nut, I probably would have had it. I think the score multiplies when you do it in succession. Just barely. I can actually do it. I think I can actually do it. Do you need to leave and come back, maybe? Let's try this again. We actually got very close. We're just like 1 second off. God damn it. Okay. That was my bad. I was staring too far forward. We actually were like half a second off, actually. But we need to be under 30 seconds exactly, so. God damn it. The timing is just inconsistent. We did it! We did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, that was 22 seconds. We got it. Okay, let's leave and we'll go do the final one. This, oh my god. Are we actually gonna get the cheer ability? I wasn't actually gonna try and go for it, but oh my god. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually explain how the cheer, how this minigame works, and so we're gonna be put right into that. I was not expecting to get that thing done. It really only took me like 2 solid like full round tries. I had to reset a couple times, but still. Pooh's muddy path. Best advice I can give is to practice and learn the routes. The score required to beat this, to get this cheer ability is to beat it in under 5 minutes, which is very easy to do. If you run out of time, leave and come back. Okay, so the first one is an Eeyore. And this will actually start the thing. Five minutes starts now. Okay, one frame done. Really trying to be efficient about this. Okay. If you're gonna tell, I know the route I'm gonna take, and I'm trying to be as efficient as possible.
Fire!
Yeah, we got this in the bag now. No way in hell it's gonna take us it's not gonna take us 3 minutes to get these last 2 things. God damn it, I don't want to do that! Yeah, everyone's here. We got everyone. That should actually get us cheer ability. We got it relatively easily. Color me surprised.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Won't sound back again.
I hope you find your friends.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
Alright. Look at that. Didn't really complete this world and probably through we completed this playthrough. And the best part of all, we should have the cheer ability now. We just need to talk to Owl at Pooh's house. This will be the first time I'm getting this ability because, again, I didn't even know it existed when I, or at least for Sora. I didn't know it existed for Sora when I, played the 100% playthrough. So, this is done for completion's sake. And we just need to talk to Owl and get the ability. Just that's an optional thing you can do to get a resource. And we got cheer. So that about does it for today. God, I'm so happy about that. For those curious, this is the first time I ever got this ability. For Sora, I should say. Let's leave, we'll save, and we will end the episode. Thank you guys for watching. And when I leave the book, I will see you all next time. I'm really happy about today. This is the first time I've ever like gone the high score on all these things. And I got it relatively easily too. I guess it's helpful and it's nice to actually have a strategy going into this. So that's gonna do it for today. Hopefully some of you have found this guide somewhat helpful. For anyone curious, before I wrap things up, all the information I provided today, all the advice I got for these minigames, and all the information I got for the score attack for these minigames came from the YouTuber KH Guides. He has really in-depth strategies for bosses. He has an in-depth guide on finding all the Dalmatians, in-depth guide on all the synthesis stuff. He literally has covered every possible thing you can do in this game, and he generally has like a pretty, really in-depth playthrough. If you are struggling with any boss in Kingdom Hearts 1, if you're struggling with Road to Chaos, if you're struggling with Dragon Maleficent, or even if you are struggling with the Trick Master in Wonderland, I know I did sometimes. I would encourage you to check out his videos because his content is very detailed and it could help you get some ideas for how to beat certain bosses, do certain things in this game. I will say that I used his advice for help, and first time I beat Ansem, first time I beat the World of Chaos, and I used his advice to help on some of the optional bosses as well. In particular, I used his advice to help with Kurtziza, Phantom, and the Mysterious Stranger. I hope this video has helped you in some way. Next, in between this episode and the next episode, I will be farming the 100-acre wood for the elixirs. We're going to be going for 36 elixirs, the amount that I had before. We currently have 6 in our stock, so we got about 30 left to farm. As I said before, you can get elixirs really easily by harvesting rabbits, Cabbage Patch, and Pumpkin Patch. You have a decently high chance of getting elixirs. For those curious, I've had some runs where I got 2 or 3 elixirs in one run. If you harvest all the crops, just leave the area and come back and they will respawn. You don't have to leave the book or anything like that, just leave the area and come back. Hope this guide just helped you in any way. In the meantime, I'm going to end things right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.